Hello, welcome back to Ben in Berlin. This is now definitely German Beer Series episode 9. Yeah, so last week I convinced myself that I was on episode 9, I was on episode 8. Luckily in the edit you couldn't tell that I'd messed it up a little bit. Yeah, so alright, how's it going? The weather update, it's currently a bit overcast, but it is quite warm. Hopefully the sun will put its hat on and come out. Yeah, so this is episode 9, and there's no emergency. We're tasting 3 German beers, and also included within those 3 tasty German beers is a special fan request. Can't believe I said fan straight away correctly then. But this fan request will involve this. That's right, it's a torch. So yeah, keep watching to find out why we'll need a torch later on. So beer number 1 this week is Erdbeer Porter. Beer number 2 is Spaten Münchner Hell. And beer number 3 hasn't got a label. It's actually Altenmünster Ehrlich Wustig. So let's get straight into it with the first beer, which is Erdbeer Porter. Now you're probably getting the strawberry vibes going on this beer, and you know strawberries are now in season, so it's all good. There's the colour. It's very dark, quite red, and it smells very sweet. Oh man, it's really sweet. It doesn't taste like beer, and it doesn't taste like a porter either. It tastes a little like chewy, fizzy, sweet, strawberry flavoured sweets. Quite artificial. It also doesn't taste like alcohol, but the percentage is 4.2%. From the Burkwell Brewery, 95% original black porter and 5% velvety sweet strawberry flavour. The Burkwell Brewery, the brewery, they started around 1846. But let's step into the history of porter beers. So originally a porter, and I've written this down because you know it's important to do the research. And so an original porter, which this isn't, I must point out in advance, is a dark brown bitter beer brewed from malt partly charred or browned by drying at a high temperature. So that's the original porter. So that started with an English porter or London porter. Now a German porter today is an interpretation of that original porter, where a few German breweries try to make a competitor to the English porter. That kind of stopped actually when Germany was brought back together again in 1989 and onwards. During divided times, there were some breweries in East Germany who were continuing to make a porter, but since then it's really kind of died out of fashion, and so this version, or these versions you'd find in Germany today, are an interpretation of the original porter. But let's give this a score. It's not that tasty. I'm going to give the Erdbeer Porter, the strawberry porter, a 4 out of 10. By chance, the palate cleanser we have this week is strawberries and raspberries. In Berlin, they have little strawberry huts all over the city, and they've just recently opened up, and they sell lots of very nice, recently picked probably picked the same day strawberries. The price depends on whereabouts in the city you are. Those little huts are actually shaped like a strawberry, so you can't really miss them. Usually you'll find them by public transportation. But let's move on to beer number 2. Oh, look at that. Lovely colour, good head, very refreshing. So this is the Spaten München Hell. And here we have on the very top of the bottle, das erste München Hell seit 125 Jahren. So the first Munich beer in 125 years, because this, ladies and gentlemen, back there in Homeland, is the first, or most likely the first ever Helles. It was on the 21st of March 1894 that this was launched, and 21st of March is probably my favourite day of the year. Not just because this beer was launched on that date, but also it's a very special birthday. And back then in 1894, only dark, sweet, malty beer was enjoyed in Munich. And so Spaten Brewery came along and pioneered the Helles. And we should be so thankful for them because they started this fantastic, tasty German beer. And the logo you can see here, this is a malt shovel. So what they used to put the malt on to make the beer. And here we can see an advertising slogan added onto the bottles from 1924. Lass dir raten, trinke Spaten. So let yourself be advised, trinke Spaten. It's very, very tasty. It's the point where we're going to do a little top up. Head sits lovely on the top, doesn't it? Lovely. Let's give this a score. Spaten München Hell. It's pretty damn fine. This is going to be awarded a 9 out of 10. So a quick strawberry to clear the palate, and then we're on to beer number 3. In the last episode of Ben in Berlin German Beers series, episode 8, definitely 8, I asked you guys what we'd like to see next. And we had one very good comment, and it's just here from Bern Stars. And it says, Ben in Berlin would love to see the most extravagant bottle you can find in Berlin. It's a great question. And I wasn't too sure what to go for. So I'm going to switch, I'm still talking here, so I'm going to switch myself off. Boom. Only joking, it was the iPad. But yeah, I tried to find extravagant is an interesting word, and because I'm not venturing too far around at the moment, my local supermarkets, they have an abundance of choice, to be fair, but I found something a little bit unusual, and it's this third beer. It's this Altenmünster Urlig Wurstig, and the reason why I think this is slightly extravagant is that it looks like a normal bottle, although there's no labelling. None of their beers have any labels. But what's pretty cool is if we take what I mentioned earlier, this torch, and we'll just shine it from behind. Now, how good does that come out on the camera? You can see embossed in the glass the logo of the brewery. There we go. Ah, there's also, haven't spotted that, there's writing in the glass as well. But let's crack it open. Swing top.
Rising from a dream, he flows into self. More remains inside my wrist, thousands thin.
Good strong smell, quite herby actually. Okay, it's quite mellow. It's light, it's refreshing. So if you ever wondered what these track marks are on the bottles in Europe really, it just means they've been recycled. And so the stronger these track marks, the more the bottle has been recycled. Obviously they ensure that it's safe, and they obviously clean it, and then you can reuse it, which is fantastic. You can see, for example, how worn down the cap is on this swing top bottle. But this does have here Urlig Wurstig, so that translates as quaintly spicy. But I'm not really getting any spiciness. And some of you may recognize this bottle. Do you know where you might know it from? Well, if you've ever watched the 1981 James Bond movie Octopussy with Roger Moore, when he steps into that Volkswagen Beetle to get a lift with his new friends, they offer him ein Bier. And it is a bottle from this brewery. They've completely removed all the paper on it, so we're not sure which one it was, but they offer him the beer and also a sausage. So yeah, if you've ever seen Octopussy and wonder what that beer was, it was from the Alten Munster brewery. But because I'm not getting a huge taste from this, I'm going to have to give this beer a 5 out of 10. And that means that our winner in German Beer's Discovery Series with Ben in Berlin, getting all the words in the wrong order but in the right frame of mind, is the Spaten Münchner Hell, which was this one just here. There we go, there's our winner this week. Well done to them. I hope you guys are well back there in homeland. Also, I'm going to do in total 10 episodes of this German beer series, so one more to go after this, and you're going to want to watch it. There's a very, very special beer I've been saving for that last episode. But yeah, stay safe, stay strong, drink beer, and I'll see you very, 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 very soon. Mwah, tschüss. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Ben in Berlin German Beers. And okay guys, see you next week. Ciao, ciao, ciao.